But what I do want to do is go through two new products that we're going to be releasing this week. So what I want to make sure that you get to see is those products actually up close, otherwise they'll make no sense. And since you can't hold both of these, all of you, at the exact same time, let me show you how these will work. It'll be a little easier when I can actually show you these products in process, because what these are going to do is let you fit this more easily. So the first product that we're going to do will be the new adjustable posterior mount bracket. So these brackets are actually available in both adult and pediatric sizes. And the beauty of this is it really is going to make fitting a posterior mounted foot pretty much as easy as any other foot you're fitting. So it slides really nicely straight over the back of the prosthetic foot. And what it's going to allow you to do is get internal and external It'll let you get AB and adduction of the foot. It'll let you get ML slide and vertical slide on this foot. So it allows you to simply adjust this foot after this bracket's bonded on the back of the socket. So that we don't have to start from scratch, we're going to start with this socket today, which has already been aligned for one of our patients. We're going to use this and transfer this over, show you the easy and simple way to do that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take what you hopefully all have in your offices, which is going to be, well, I've heard it called a lot of different things. This one is the universal transfer fixture, which is one that fits very simply inside of a vise instead of mounted to a table. It can also fit inside the vertical fabrication fixture, otherwise known as the Hosmer jig or the VFJ. You all have one of these. First thing we're going to do is actually go ahead and take off this bottom piece, which we all know has that satch foot adapter. We don't need that anymore. We're going to take our brand new part, which is our transfer fixture for our posterior mount feet. All right, so here's our new fixture. We're going to take this. We're going to attach it the same way we normally would that satch foot adapter. Tighten it in. The nice thing is this is also going to give us the ability to do some translation and some angle adjustment after the fact. So if you need to make some small adjustments, you can still do that. Now, once we've got this foot and this fixture, we have a few options. So on the back, you'll see there's two bolts, two holes here that are threaded. These are actually to allow us to attach to our new fixture. There's also two other holes. These are your pilot holes so that you drill holes in the correct place if you're going to be transferring this over to a two-hole bracket. In the case of this foot we're going to show you in a second, I'm not transferring to a two-hole bracket. I'm going to do a direct lamination, but either way, just as simple. All right, so we're going to take our leg, which has already been aligned for our patient, and we're going to use those two holes on either side to attach it to our transfer bracket right through these slots right here. So we'll take this, and we're going to put it right here on the back. And we're going to tighten it right up into those holes. Oop. Okay. Tighten this one. All right, foot's now connected. I can now do my pour up just like I normally would. So we will move this and up and out of the way. Oop, other side. Go ahead and place our pipe in our fixture. Bring this right on back over to our prosthesis. We will set this up right here. There's our height. All right, so now we are ready to pour some plaster in here. So we'll pause, go get some plaster, and be right back. So I really don't want to have to fight this once I get this poured up and have to knock all this out. So what we're going to do is go ahead and make sure that it lets go really nice and easy, because we're going to be doing that direct lamination. I don't need to fully fill this with plaster. So if I need to do a 2-hole bolt mount, I can go ahead and fill this all the way, but for the simple thing that we're going to do, and I'll show you next in another video, we'll do it this way. Mold release to start with. Don't want anything to stick in there. And I have mixed my plastic up in a bag so that when I go to put it down in here, it's not going to stick to my socket. It's just going to fill my socket to the bottom. Okay. Bring in my pipe. Oh. Turn it to the clockwise. Bring this in, bring it down. Go to contact. All the way to the bottom. Shift it to my position. Everything's set. Bags down in. And we will let this set up. And we'll be back to pull this apart and have a socket that is ready to transfer. So at this point, plaster's set up. So let's go ahead and take this apart. We'll show you what this looks like, how easy this makes mounting these feet to do. All right. So now we've got our foot. Alignment is tied now to this bracket in the back. I can remove my assembly as long as I make sure that I've noted exactly where everything's going. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and loosen the bracket. So first thing first, we're going to loosen the 4 screws on the back of the bracket. It's these 4 right here. The bracket is still held in place by these 2. So once I release these 4, our socket is going to come free of the foot. Okay. Now, we'll go ahead and swing this socket out of the way. And you'll see that we have access to the entire face of the foot now. So no matter what I want to do at this point, I can either directly mount this to the socket by removing my bracket here, or I can come in, rough this, or pull this out, and I'll show you we can actually come back in and attach the bracket instead. So let's go ahead and pull this off. If I want to be able to come back and know that my foot's in exactly the same place, I want to make sure I don't remove these 4 screws on the outside. You'll see the back of the bracket now has this foot clamped firmly in its spot. So I can come back in, take these bolts out right here, and almost. I now have access to this if I would like. So had I used my adjustable bracket to drill those holes, I would have holes in my foot. I could go back in and drill those out larger, and then come back, slip the adult bracket in this fixture, and I know that that alignment is held perfectly centered on where the adjustable bracket was, or I can come back with my pediatric fixture and know that my alignment is on as well. So either way, I can transfer directly from my adjustable bracket, which makes my alignment simple, to either a 2-hole bracket or directly mount that socket on the back of the leg. Really makes life a whole lot easier when you're trying to mount these. Do it accurately and do it quickly. Thank you.